damage like 100 times. They'll be asking for permission in a beggar's line. Cause of who I be and check out how I tend to mine. I got a partner who don't eat no pork at dinner time. But let you act like you gon' ever hurt or injure mine. He have your woman, and that's my dinner time. I keep my eyes on glory till the devil get behind. Now bear in mind the devil made me
We not yeah, I can hear you. He got Jamarcus Chase over Jamar Chase over him. I see why your team 99 across the board.
I'm open mind, but I do not rock with none line. My state of mind is to keep a peace of mind. I'm like Malcolm with my piece at the Venetian blinds. I'm trying to manifest some things on my
The NFL playoffs are on EA Sports, and we've got a packed house here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Washington football team and the Atlanta Falcons.
Come on, bro. The junk don't be coming out, man.
One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game?
No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25.
There we go. This is so stupid. It wouldn't let me coach it. It wouldn't come up. Huh? Come in, sis. I'm just starting this playoff game. Come in. Huh?
They'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off.
She ain't just say nothing like that, I know. Oh, no, yeah. All right. You gonna pay for that? I can't believe it.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
Come on.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job.
Oh, she on the phone with girlfriend snitching on her?
And now it brings up 3rd down.
Oh, no.
But what they're seeking with an RPO is space for the receiver to make a catch and then make a play downfield.
That's
but there
crazy.
wasn't any space available, thus the incompletion.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. To throw it is Locke. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. A man from just south of here in McDonough, it's Antonio Gibson.
And he's got room. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big pickup there on the run.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
They'll run here with Gibson.
Dancing away at the 30. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Antonio Gibson,
39 yards. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. And he'll be out right at the 35.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And got his man complete. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. It's a big play there for Atlanta.
Get away with a pass. Look, he's right there on the ball. He won't even jump.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Locke. He's got his pass-catching tight end, that's Pitts. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
He'll try again.
Good move.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game.
So
it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Here's Smith to return it. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 80 yards rushing now as he's looked good here in this opening quarter of the NFC Championship. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll try the left side with Gibson. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Oh, man.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Yeah, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Now they try the right side here. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Block off of play action. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Blankenship out for the point after.
Why would you think?
And oh, it's blocked. And now Washington has it. He's
a whole lot of who?
He's at the 50. Past the 20. And he takes it the distance.
Oh, you know what? Let me call ball. I ain't be having folks like that.
I know hindsight's always 20/20, but man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling. Maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
And here's a give to Gibson.
And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
They'll run with Gibson.
Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And Washington has retaken the lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that gives him a 3-point lead.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
Well, their first sack of the game, and it doesn't come from a usual suspect, not somebody up front, but Charles, a defensive back getting in there.
And I can tell you from experience, he's beyond excited to make that play, because you're exactly right. Is it normal to call his number to run at the quarterback like that? Usually you're defending the pass, but he takes full advantage and dumps him to the turf.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Clock now to throw. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start...
Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free. But a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball.
Wow.
Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
Let's go! Let's go!
A big play there. 55 yards.
And Washington able to come up with a quick strike touchdown. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Lock. Throwing left side, it's complete. And finally, he goes out of bounds right at the 35-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Play action. Now it's Lock.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. A good hands there defensively, and 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Lock again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Locke going to run a little touch pass here to his wideout. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
2nd down, ball on the 3. 1st down marker at the 1-yard line. Now a handoff looking right.
Let's go.
Goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship.
We playing right now. Remember I told you this kick off at 6:30. That's why I ain't want to run into me and your game. We playing right now.
Now they try the right
We
side
knew
here.
that. Let's go, D. We saw it coming. Let's go.
The line of scrimmage. Defensively, they rally the troops to
bite down, baby.
after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
Way to bite down there.
Is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Oh my, come on! Hold the ball!
Well timed there, and now 4th down.
Fucking X-Factor wide receiver, bro.
Washington going to send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight.
Perfect play call. I knew he was going with the first drag.
Taking it about the 36. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. On 1st down, Locke. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Should have been a dang kick.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Lock. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there. 62 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And we're tied here in the second quarter.
Hey, all that speed for nothing. Get beat. Why are we supposed to be giving up this? Like
so a tie ball game here speed. As the kick's away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Nice job. Nice patience right there. Put him on the right side. Let him work his way across. Put the ball in his hands and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A handoff running left is Gibson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. He'll look to throw. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt.
99 kick power, getting
and
it.
This will split the uprights. Sir. It's right down the middle. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Boy got 99 kick power. That nigga was in free agents. 99
Set now to kick
power.
this one away, and off it goes.
His accuracy ain't worth shit, though.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Once more, Gibson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A handoff for Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll drop to throw. This one left side caught by Gibson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. On 3rd down, Gibson. And he loses the football a 2nd time. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run. It's Gibson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Wow, 204 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. On 1st down, right back to Gibson. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Now a give here to Pollard. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Back to throw here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
But listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head, out of harm's way.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now Gibson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit.
Boy, he couldn't even catch the ball with a bad pass. Come on, safety.
You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And he'll give it here to his running back.
Way to get that.
Nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Let him be there, Hayes.
We're in the 3rd quarter of the NFC title game. This is 2nd and 10. Lock gonna throw. Looking deep
Let me get
downfield.
that. Let's go.
The double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. My goodness, 232 yards for him on the ground, as this has been a night to remember to this point. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is caught at the 20. We got plenty of fight, baby.
Let's get it. Let's go.
Terry McLaurin, 67 yards. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
Appreciate it, Jake.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again.
Way to be there. Way to come up, Stackhouse.
But you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Locke. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Atlanta. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. Third and 2. Locke's going to throw. Forced out to his left. That will be incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now Locke, gotta have this one. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need. And that's exactly what they got done.
Wow, you picked my man
throw down the field, caught by his running back. Touchdown Falcons.
Oh, my God.
A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air.
Oh, my
and
God.
the Falcons have got it back to a
plays,
2-score game here in the 4th.
That's crazy.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
That's crazy, Jay.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Stop at the store when I leave.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the pieces have fallen into place to this point. They've got a 2-score lead in the 4th quarter. A berth to the Super Bowl resting on their ability to see this one through to the end. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. They'll go again with Gibson. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Washington on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll set up to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. Washington going to send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Good. Yes, sir. Oh, man. Gotta get this whole way, go jump in this water, man. Get the fuck out of here.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the fourth quarter, this possession gigantic. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. They look to throw. It's Locke. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet. Jump after the ball.
We've seen it too many times.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Throwing now is Locke. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. And he's caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Falcons have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the pressure mounting with every passing minute. It's palpable right now. They're on top in the fourth quarter, clinging to that lead. A potential Super Bowl berth resting on their ability to manage the clock and manage that small lead. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Gibson again. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. will go. It's Gibson. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Now a handoff looking right. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Now they try the right side here. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
A potential field goal, if you're thinking about that, almost 55 yards from here as they try to get closer on 3rd down. Here's Locke. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got him down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down. Got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as to understand where they are on the field?
Come on.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Locke going to run a little touch pass here to his wideout. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Dancing to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And that'll set them back 5. Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game, as now they've got it 3rd and long. Locke.
Let me get that.
Come on, man.
But he could not get the feet
Three
down.
people around the ball. Y'all can't pick the ball off.
Football today, almost a surprise when he
That's
doesn't
crazy.
complete a pass like having everybody. He needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
And this is off the left.
Oh, this nigga kicked a bank shot.
Not the most convincing kick you'll see, but he got it to go. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds.
Crazy.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter.
This is crazy shit.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Second and 1. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Overtime in a playoff game, awesome setup. Remember, the rules are the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Well, partner, recent conference championship games that have been needed to decide who goes to the Super Bowl, what do you got?
Well, if we go back to 2015, how about Green Bay at Seattle? And it looks like Green Bay's got this thing. Russell Wilson to Jermaine Kearse, that gets it done. And then go back to 2010. We think Brett Favre, with the Vikings, has the destiny, but they're in New Orleans. It's the Saints. And they get it done, and in overtime go on to the Super Bowl. They won that one. They beat the Colts, correct?
A couple of the more memorable ones for sure. Now a first throw here in overtime. Slings this deep from McLaurin.
Let's go, Skirter! Come on!
Huge play there in overtime.
Well, that certainly changes things here because they're in field goal range already, but a field goal, that's not what they're looking for now, not after that big play right here in overtime.
They'll run on first down. It's Gibson, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You know, Charles, just thinking about it, plenty of recent conference championship games have needed OT to decide who goes to the Super Bowl.
And we can go back a little ways, can't we? Go back 2012. Giants in San Francisco. That was an overtime game. The Giants ended up going on to the Super Bowl. How about the one where the Giants went to Green Bay, Lambeau, and beat the magic of that stadium in that freezing, bitterly cold game and got it done there?
Yeah, it was 2008. It was absolutely freezing, and they went on to beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl that year. In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. They'll look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So no gain on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Now back to throw.
Look where he throw the ball.
It's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back.
Yep.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. Now a handoff as they run left side.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And what can Locke do with his drive?
Oh my fucking God! Really? Score.
Oh, he's got a man wide
Good
open,
game, Jim.
complete. And he's going to score. It's a touchdown. No flag.